Hello, lovely people.
Hi.
Welcome to a half-house tour. The bit of our house that's really not looking its best right now. But we thought it was important to make this video so that we have something to look back on to remind us of the trauma drilling.
Yes.
And having to live with it all day, every day. And then compare it to a video we're going to do and it's done. Everything's lovely.
Before and after is always like,
yay! Yeah, and so you guys can watch this video and be just as excited as we are about things that are going to happen. The future.
I mean, every day we're like, maybe they finished the drilling. And then the next day there's more drilling. I mean, like, what is there to drill?
You'd be amazed. Like they ripped up a floor today and found, oh, it's just pure concrete underneath. Time for some more drilling.
Because they got to drill up the concrete floor because they're putting underfloor heating. It's gonna be nice and cozy. Poor Jessica's office was like really cold in the winter and really hot in the summer. And it kind of like, you know, we were like, yeah, it's just like not very good. Now they ripped up the floor, we've realised it's because the floor was just literally on like a really thin piece of like insulation, which really wasn't doing anything, on top of concrete, which obviously then had damp coming up from it.
Yeah. That's a nice thing about building work as well, is that you know that
you uncover all the...
You uncover the damp and then they fix it.
Yeah, our new flooring is like, what's it called?
Suspended?
Yes, suspended. Which is
suspended floor. Claudia's been learning all about tricks of the trade and building. It's her new thing.
Obviously not very good if I can't remember the word suspended.
That's right, I'm here for you, darling. I'm here for you.
Thanks.
And also you'd think that being deaf would make the drilling better.
Yeah.
Everything vibrates.
Yeah.
The walls,
Not
my
in a
head.
good way.
The doors don't close
No.
upstairs anymore.
Our walls have obviously shifted,
all the
but
walls
the
have
doors now are
shifted.
like, it's alright, they'll fix that.
Yeah.
They say they'll make good what damage has been done.
Which is great because there's cracks everywhere.
And I'm like, I think that just means going around with a bit of polyfiller. We're still gonna like redecorate
Claudia's convinced it will be brown.
Yeah,
She was like, they'll come with brown.
Isn't it like that brown
Plaster
stuff?
and
Yeah.
just...
Maybe it'll be white. Normally it's brown, isn't it? Like when you like smooth a crack.
Well, and then they just leave... That's not making good.
There you go. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll find out.
Yes. So our lockdown has been really fun so far. Obviously, you don't want to underestimate,
Devalue,
underplay how privileged we are to actually have a house and
of course.
be able to do building work.
Yeah, I mean, at least we have half a house that we can still go into and it's not like, you know.
It's just a very unfortunate that
it's not the
lockdown.
Yeah, we're not complaining about the lack of
building work
space.
happened to happen at the same time.
We're not even complaining about the, you know, like limited space, because it's not limited, which is reduced space to what we're used to. We're actually complaining more about the drilling.
It's just the drilling.
And also a lot of dust. Like
much
our
dust.
friends told us, be prepared for dust, and I was like, there won't be that much because like you lived in a terraced house, so obviously all the builders had to go through yours, but like, you know, ours is a semi-detached, so they can go around the side.
Also social distancing, we can't actually have contact with our builders.
Yeah,
we have them apart.
We have a door between us, but you'd be surprised how that dust just gets through.
It floats. It's magic. It's like you can open a box in the loft and there'll be dust in it.
I mean,
from the kitchen.
This camera is dusty. Look, that's not normally so dusty.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh. Segue to a tour of the kitchen.
This is our boxed up staircase, just so we have even less light coming into here, and many boxes of grout that I had to research. Some parquet flooring, our old floorboards. This is glue for the floor, a radiator cover which will look lovely once it's through here.
Hello and welcome to the Kellgren-Fozard kitchen.
Oh.
It's delightful, as you can see. So this is our old kitchen, you may remember it. White and grey, someone hastily painted before they sold the house. They just repainted everything in this house, white and grey, which is fine, but not really our thing. And we also felt like it wasn't a large enough kitchen. It was a bit of a weird hallway kitchen because you have to go through it to go to other places. And this was the dining room that was difficult to use because there was a stupid door that meant you could only get through half a doorway. You may remember. However, we did use this dining room to film many arty videos, and that we will always remember it. We're gonna double the space. Wow. Yes. And we created this beauty. I say we created as if we did it ourselves. I mean, we lied on Instagram and said that we did, but
Got to play around with some tools.
Into our lovely extension featuring the skylight. It's not there right now. Just use your imagination. A skylight was really, really important for me. I wanted it to look like an orangery. It's all I've ever wanted is an orangery.
It will look really nice.
It will, and this is the space where our windows and our doors will go. We didn't want to go the normal bifold route. Everyone seems to have bifolds right now. We were like, it's just not us, just not us. So they're going to be lovely Georgian sash windows here. And then in the middle, we're going to have, they're called prairie doors. You'll see, they're delightful. So that we've got lots of glass, we can look out to the kitchen and...
Look out to the garden, you mean?
Look out to the garden. You'll be able to look out to the garden and you can see straight through from the front door. I really wanted you to be able to open the front door and see all the way through.
Tilly's not sure. Oh, it's like a big obstacle course.
Let me show you around the kitchen. We're keeping all as is, obviously, as you see it now, is exactly how it will be. No. So, the electrician has drawn our kitchen on the wall, which is very helpful for us to show you. There's an American fridge freezer here, currently in our living room. It's got an ice maker because I drink my glasses with like just ice up to the top. I think it's a great idea because it makes you drink more water. So we're gonna have two different tower units either side of the fridge freezer. One that pulls out the whole way. I can't remember whether it's this one or this one. Anyway, one of them pulls out the whole way.
They both pull out. They're both the same.
They're the same?
Yeah. We decided to go for the ones that you open and then you can pull out the individual drawers. The ones that you could pull out, the whole thing that you could pull out was too heavy for you.
Oh yeah.
We were going to go for one of each, but then we decided nah.
I remember now. And then there's a fridge above the freezer, which I don't know what the hell we're keeping in that because we're never going to be able to open it.
You mean the cupboard, not a fridge above the freezer? You said there's a fridge above the freezer.
Wow, can you tell that this is the evening now? You can.
You mean there's a cupboard above the
fridge freezer?
Yeah.
And then this over here is very special. Claudia desperately wanted this. This is the breakfast area. So we've got the surface and it has plugs, which is where the toaster and the kettle and other breakfast things are gonna go.
Because look, there's the fridge.
Yeah.
You take out the milk.
Yep.
You put it there. Then next to you there is the bin.
And here's the sink.
And there's the sink. So everything you need to make a cup of tea is in.
I've pulled out the bin.
Very
There
good.
we go, I've put the bin back. And now here is our sink. Lovely. And then we've got some little drawers under the sink. We've got a lot of drawers because I hate cupboards. I abhor cupboards. There's nothing I dislike in the kitchen.
There will be a little cupboard
Probably
above
something I
the
don't
sink.
like.
Again, another
yeah.
sort of like random little cupboard.
So Claudia does all of the hand washing and washing up, which is very difficult for her right now because she's washing up everything
In a
the
bath.
bath, which is why I have just bought compostable paper plates.
Yeah. So I can
Yeah.
put them in my compost bin.
Fine, they're going in the compost bin because we have a compost bin, we just don't have a kitchen. So here's the tower unit. It's gorgeous. If you remember our Neff oven from the old house with a lot of baking in it, I love it. It's the one from Bake Off. We've still got it. It's currently in the garage waiting. And then, right where you're standing right now, is the island. Yeah, squeezed in that space, exactly. This is where, in just a few months' time, I will be making baking videos.
Yay!
/ occasionally live streams. Woo! And I'll be standing here on the island.
Whisking.
Yeah. So in that room is my office. If you remember, we did a video doing up the office with cool IKEA stuff. It's so cute, it's like a little 1950s office. Anyway, so the door is moving from here to over here.
Like basically it'll be a bigger version of that cat door.
Yeah.
Because it's for humans.
I mean, Clara could probably get through that. You know, I'm bigger. This area will be our utility space / baking. And then over here we have a cleaning cupboard. I imagine it would be very interesting to Claudia, but cleaning cupboard.
Yep, that'll be on my channel.
And here is where we're going to have a nice little armchair, probably with a little footrest, just so you can sit and watch the garden. We'll have some kind of freestanding furniture here right now, but later on we may consider something inbuilt, not sure.
There will be steps there, Walter, don't worry. Eventually there will be steps there. I look awful!
And welcome back. Yeah, we're doing well. We're not really sleeping.
I let you
don't
sleep
know
longer
whether
than I
that's-
do, darling.
Do I?
Yes, of course. Because we go to bed at the same time. Oh,
Yeah.
no, but you say you stay up late.
I stay up for an hour and a half after she goes to sleep. I just
Not
lie
all the
there. I can't
time.
sleep.
Anyway, but I get up an hour and a half earlier than you. Because the dogs get me up to go.
But then you go back to sleep.
It's
It's not a competition.
We're both not getting much sleep, okay? This is why I look like this.
Yeah, you know, there's like a global
You just still look
pandemic and
okay.
it's quite stressful.
You don't have big bags under your eyes. I mean,
They're there.
you have, I can see them, yes, but up close. But I mean, they can see them from here.
Oh, you mean they can see your bags?
Yeah, and like, what's up with my hair right now? Like, what is this? Oh my gosh. I can't even say we haven't got hot water because we do.
We do now, yes. We are, we're washing everything in the
Oh,
bath.
yeah, that's a pain.
The bath, because...
You're not, what do you say, we? I do all the washing.
I'm saying we, because earlier today I tried to fill my cup from the bath, but oh no, we have a
Oh, yeah.
stupid bath shower.
It's one of
and
those
so
ones
I
that you
turned it on,
Yeah.
and it went
Is that...
on my head, and it was very stressful, and now my
Yeah.
hair is straight.
But that's what happened to me before. And you were like, oh, darling, you're so silly. You should have just checked the tap first. And I was like, yeah. And then you didn't. I was like, no, I wasn't like, it was really quite annoying. It was horrible because it comes out really freezing cold.
Very freaky. I was like, I didn't know how to respond.
You just screamed.
I just screamed.
Yeah, I screamed too, didn't I, when it happened to me?
Yeah, you don't
Shocking.
expect it.
Yeah.
You don't think it's coming. It's also quite forceful. It's like being smacked. You're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Anyway.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
What else is happening? Well, our living room is currently our living / kitchen /
Yeah, and then
diner.
like we thought that was like a one room of sanctuary where we could like, you know, we've moved our kitchen into there. It's where we kind of will try and chill. But like no, they had to
Then they
poke
do-
a steel beam through the corner of it, and they were like, "Sorry, you might notice that we're gonna have to like poke through a bit." And then suddenly like this steel beam came through the corner of the room. I was like,
there was a hole in the room, and we were like,
they were like, "We'll make good. We'll make good." I'm like, what does that mean? Oh. Also, I've noticed because you know, a square is like a room is like should have 90-degree corners.
yeah.
Yeah, this steel beam comes in like within that 90 degrees, like it's encroaching. So like, were they gonna like box it in,
Oh.
or are they gonna just like plaster over it and have a little mound there? Or...
Oh, you mean it comes out further than?
Yeah, so there's a line of wall here, isn't
Yeah,
there? And then
and
it kind of
then-
sticks out of it.
He'll make good. He'll plaster the rest of the
So I
wall.
was like, maybe
the
that-
whole rest of the wall.
Yeah.
So it all comes out to the same degree.
No, that's ridiculous. We'll make good, and they make our room like an
Make
inch
your room
smaller, just to accommodate the beam.
Well, you can't see it anymore.
With brown.
Maybe he'll get rid of our awful AirTech ceiling as well.
That'd
That'd
be
be good.
Yeah. No,
Every
I
room.
don't think so.
Every room. Why did they do that? Who thought that was good?
It was fashionable.
Why?
I don't know.
Was it just that they were really shoddy at plastering ceilings?
I
and
mean-
they thought, hey, let's run with it, make it a thing.
Well, how do you even
It's
achieve
a
that?
thing.
Do you flick paint at it? Like, flick.
I think you probably have to like use a sponge and you slowly put it down. I mean, leave answers in the comments. One of you has to know.
I mean, we should
Surely.
be thankful at least our walls are smooth-ish and they're not like chipboard. Like,
Although we have discovered through the builders pulling things off the walls that every room in our house was at one point brightly coloured.
oh yeah.
And then they whitewashed it to sell it.
I think so. I think it's all been relatively
So we
freshly
bought it
painted.
and we were like, what a white house.
Yeah.
Every room in this house is bright white.
Yeah.
No. Because underneath they're all orange or purple.
Well, at least it's paint. In the old days, it'd be wallpaper. I remember my bedroom was wallpaper. We had our entire house wallpapered, the house that I grew up in, and then obviously it became more fashionable to just paint your room. But I wanted to like, so I had to like peel back the wallpaper before I painted my room. And my God, there was like 7 layers of wallpaper. It's quite interesting. It's like going through the ages of like
Wow.
what was popular. Whose room was this probably? Oh, it was probably a nursery. Oh, it was probably like an old lady's room.
That is true.
Yeah.
The house I grew up in, the people before they sold it to my parents, replastered the entire spiral staircase. I can't remember the word for now. It's an open staircase. It's like
Staircase.
yeah, no, there's a word for it. It's a. I've not been sleeping. It's Anyway, so center of the house, bit stairs, go around the outside. Up and down bit. Anyway, they plastered it, but they didn't paint it, and my parents were like, "This plaster effect is cool," so we just kept it plastered. Ahem. This is an outro.
Okay. What's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, this year is my 4th year anniversary on YouTube of actually making videos. I know my account says I've been here since 2011. It's not true.
Yeah, because you started like a year after we...
No, I started when we got married.
Oh yeah. So
2016.
2 years then, 2.5 years after we started dating. So how can it be 4 years anniversary? Oh, you mean because September 2016? What? I'm really confused. February. We got married in September 2016.
Yeah, and I started making YouTube videos like May, June 2016.
Oh, okay. I thought you said after we got married.
Yeah, but then it became my full-time job after we got married.
Anyway.
Because I got fired. Unrelated to my work performance.
They just ran out of money.
Yeah.
I don't think you really got fired.
Yeah, I think I got asked to leave.
Oh dear.
I think that's the same. I mean, I wasn't coping well. It wasn't a great idea to have a job that I couldn't control when I was ill.
Yeah, they used to make you go and you'd have to stand for like 4 hours at a time recording. And
I'd like vomit in a bucket on the side of the stage and then just straight back to what we were doing.
Anyway, we're really going on a bit of a
Yeah,
ramble.
we
This is
are.
not an outro.
No.
Outro take 2.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of our kind of house / barn where the unicorns live. See you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.